Kiss.
It's your boy, My K Smith, also known as Akis, also known as the coolest guy in sports. Back with another Who's Better. This time I have Andre Iguodala versus Tracy McGrady. Who had the better career between the two? Now, to give you some context on why I'm doing this video, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, it's Akis or My K Smith. You can go follow me on there. But I was on Twitter and I got into a discussion with somebody that was saying, I basically said that Andre Iguodala is not a Hall of Famer, and somebody said not only is Andre Iguodala a Hall of Famer, if Tracy McGrady is a Hall of Famer, now Andre Iguodala is definitely a Hall of Famer because Andre Iguodala was a better player than Tracy McGrady. So I got to thinking, like, let me do this Who's Better, and let me see what my YouTube family, A-Kiss Nation, thinks about it. So, championships, we know Andre Iguodala has 3, Tracy McGrady has 0. NBA seasons, Andre Iguodala has played 15, Tracy McGrady played 16 for his total career. All-Star games, Andre Iguodala 1, Tracy McGrady 7. Finals MVP, Iguodala 1, Tracy McGrady 0. All NBA first teams, Iguodala 0, Tracy McGrady 2. All NBA teams in general, Andre Iguodala 0, Tracy McGrady 7. All defensive first teams, Andre Iguodala 1, Tracy McGrady 0. All defensive teams, Andre Iguodala 2, Tracy McGrady 0. Scoring leaders, Andre Iguodala 0, Tracy McGrady 2. Now, for their career stats, Andre Iguodala averaged 12.1 points per game, 5.1 rebounds, 4.4 assists, 1.5 steals, 0.5 blocks per game. And Tracy McGrady, for his career stats in the NBA, averaged 19.6 points per game, 5.6 rebounds, 4.4 assists, 1.2 steals, 0.9 blocks per game. That being said, who is better between the two? Now, people are going to say that Andre Iguodala is a Hall of Famer, but I'm going to say he's not a Hall of Famer because just because you play with a dynasty, that does not mean you're a Hall of Famer. If you look at his stats, you look at his numbers, his accolades, he does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, but he probably will get into the Hall of Fame because we know the Basketball Hall of Fame, everybody gets into. People love to go and point out that Finals MVP. Everybody know that Steph Curry should have won that Finals MVP. They just gave it to Iguodala because they didn't want to give it to LeBron James, and Iguodala was guarding LeBron James that entire series. But Stephen Curry's numbers was actually better than Iguodala. For people to say that Iguodala is better than Tracy McGrady, it really makes no sense to me because Tracy McGrady at his peak was eye level to Kobe Bryant. And those are Kobe Bryant's words, not mine. Tracy McGrady was a stud. Before his injuries, Tracy McGrady was a top 5 basketball player in the world during his peak for them straight 7 seasons. Iguodala has never been a top 20 player in the NBA over the course of his career. So I can't see how people are going to say that Iguodala is better than Tracy McGrady. People love to say that, well, Iguodala has a more all-around game than Tracy McGrady. Not really. If you look at their career numbers, they average the same amount of rebounds and they average the same amount of assists. And people are going to say, well, Iguodala plays defense. That's fine. Iguodala does play better defense than Tracy McGrady. But you know what? A superior offensive talent is always going to be better than a superior defender. I don't know why we get in this notion about like great two-way players and he's a two-way player and this and that. Just because you're a two-way player and you're good on the offense and you're good on the defensive side of the ball, that does not mean you're a better player than a guy that can go out and get you 40 and 50 points each and every night. That term was just designed to try to make good offensive players and great defensive players to try to make them seem like they are better than superior offensive players. And that's not the case. That's the reason why, if you ask me, that James Harden's not going to get the MVP award because everybody wants to talk about, well, Giannis Antetokounmpo is a better two-way player, but James Harden put up one of the most historical seasons since Michael Jordan, and his offense is so great. He's so spectacular on the offensive side of the ball. That discounts any of Giannis being great on both sides of the ball, if you ask me, because the game is simply about putting the ball in the basket. It's about getting a bucket at the end of the day. No matter what people want to try to make it, when you can score at all 3 levels, where you can basically take over a single game and nobody can stop you, that means you're the better player than a guy that can play well on the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball. So that's why Giannis is going to win the MVP over James Harden, even though he shouldn't. But to get back to who's better between Andre Iguodala and Tracy McGrady, to me, it's clearly Tracy McGrady. If you look at their best seasons in the NBA, Andre Iguodala averaged 19.9 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, 6.3 assists, 2.1 steals, 0.8 blocks. Tracy McGrady, his best season in the NBA, averaged 32.1 points per game, 7.9 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 1.7 steals, 1.9 blocks per game. So at their peak, people are going to say, well, Andre Iguodala is a more complete player. At their peak and their best season in the NBA, not only did Tracy McGrady average more points, he averaged more rebounds, assists, and blocks than Andre Iguodala. So, to me, this is not really even close. I believe that Tracy McGrady is not only a Hall of Famer, he is a much, much better player than Andre Iguodala. And to compare a player who basically had his average in 8 seconds, scored 13 points in 8 seconds, to a player was a good player in his career. Andre Iguodala was a good player. Is he a Hall of Famer? I do not think so, but he probably will make the Hall of Fame just because of his contribution with the Golden State Warriors. But to compare Andre Iguodala to a Tracy McGrady, it's getting absolutely ridiculous. It's getting insane, and people just like to spit out these gormless takes constantly. So I just had to make a video kind of to show my frustration. But to me, I believe that Tracy McGrady is a much better player than Andre Iguodala. Well, what do you guys think? Hopefully you guys got some sense, but let me know in the comments below. Do you believe that Andre Iguodala is better than Tracy McGrady, or Tracy McGrady, T-Mac, is better than Andre Iguodala? It's your boy, K. Smith, also known as Akis, also known as the coolest guy in sports. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the movement, Akis Nation. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs, guys. Please support. I'm going, man. Peace.